When you guys say at a company that has 50 or 100 employees for 20 years, I get nervous, right? Being okay sometimes taking on tasks that might not be what you thought you're doing every day, because folks like to get upset. That ain't my job description. Sometimes that's how you grow. Hey y'all, this is Tamika, the face behind Heyyy HR, and I am so excited about this announcement. I'm gonna make an announcement. It's kind of old, but it's new to me. So I think it's going to be new to you guys that Disney has finalized their head of HR, their Chief Human Resources Officer, their VP of Human Resources, and it is a chocolate sister called Sonia Coleman. I am so excited for Sonia. Sonia has been in the HR game for quite some time. She's only had 2 different HR positions or worked for 2 different companies in the HR capacity. Now, she has been with Disney for quite some time. And so I'm sure that's given her a lot of credibility to lead their department. But her actual title, like I said, is not vice president, it's senior vice president and chief human resources officer, the highest title you can get in human resources. And that's what she is for Disney. This was effective April 8th, 2023. So that's why I said it's kind of old, but it came up on my timeline and I was just like, hold up, I missed this. Disney is a huge company that has 200,000 employees. And so if you guys missed it, I want to say that Cassie Adamola and I talked about it on one of my recent lives where we were talking about how you can show the strength in your skills, your expertise, and things that you can bring to the organization if you show how many employees you have. Because what you may do for a company that has 50 employees is going to look very, very different when you do it for a company that has 5,000 or 50,000. She's working for a company that has 200,000 employees. So just imagine the type of strategy that would have to go in that. Imagine the level of responsibility. Imagine the proactive planning you'd have to do for that type of role with 200,000 employees. It's going to be very, very different when you're working for a smaller organization. Her previous title with Disney was Vice President of Human Resources. And she started in about 2016, according to her LinkedIn profile. I was just snooping around. I'm following her on LinkedIn. I'm going to put her profile right here. I'll put her link in the description box. You guys might want to follow her too. But according to LinkedIn, she has no HR certification. She has a bachelor's degree in organizational leadership, not human resources. And she has a master's in human resources management. Y'all don't let that make a big deal for you guys. I didn't pay attention to the date that she got that master's. I'm sure that's what has gotten her up to the highest role or helped in some type of way. But you literally can start your career without a degree or certification, just like Sonia did, right? I also talked about that with Akita Mann. Akita Mann is a human resources business partner. She's been working in HR over 10 years. She does not have an HR designated bachelor's degree. She has a bachelor's degree. It's not HR. She does not have a master's degree. She does not have a certification. And she has worked herself up to a 6-figure role. You guys can do it too. Now, she started with Disney in 2004. And like I said, she only worked for 2 different companies in the HR capacity. You can literally grow your skills at one company. If that company is big enough, dynamic enough, changes enough. You know, when you guys say at a company that has 50 or 100 employees for 20 years, I get nervous, right? Because you haven't had big exposure. You haven't had a lot of change. You kind of start to know everybody. Turnover is the same. So like I talked about that in a position, in a video where I talked about staying at a company too long. And so I'll plop that in there too. So I already told y'all about Cassie's video. When we went live, I told you about Akita, and now I'm telling you guys about that. And so I'll put all 3 of those video links down in the description box. Definitely check it out because there's just some things that you can do that would not help your career if you've been at a company far too long. But in this particular situation, because it's such a big company, it's very diverse with the org makeup, they have multiple locations, they have different types of employees, then it definitely can benefit you if you do it in a strategic way. It really requires that in-office type of networking. It really requires getting to know people and showing your skills and like being okay sometimes taking on tasks that might not be what you thought you're doing every day, because folks like to get upset.
That ain't my job description.
And sometimes that's how you grow. And so I want to make sure that you guys leave with some key takeaways, because I'm super excited for Sonia, and I'm hoping to do this video to kind of give you guys a boost of energy, to kind of kill that imposter syndrome for a minute, to make you apply for that next role, to make you get excited about the opportunity that your career can truly grow without having all the things people think you need, that certification, that degree. Man, leave them things alone and literally get the skills, get your career started, like get going, get that right resume, make sure that you're networking in a strategic way, and start that career. That's going to give you all the information you need to pass that certification. And then that company can not only pay for the certification, they'll pay for the degree. But I want to make sure you guys leave with a few takeaways. And the first one is the certification isn't needed to start your career. Pause on that. It's expensive. It's stressful. You do not need it to start your career. The next thing I want to make sure you know that you can grow if you stay at one company. It has to be a company that's going to allow you that dynamic career growth. You do not want to grow in title and your skills stay the same. You just don't want to, because that happens a lot. So the next takeaway I want to make sure that you guys take is that HR bachelor's degree is not needed. Y'all, HR bachelor's degrees are still fairly new. When I started my career, there were no, they were just emerging bachelor's degrees in human resources. Now that we have these bachelor's degrees in human resources, you guys think you need them. The job description can show that, but the job description, if it shows that that's what you need and nothing else, it doesn't say experience, it doesn't say related skills, it doesn't say related degree, then you probably don't want to work at that organization, because honestly, they haven't really evolved themselves to realize that you don't need to limit your job description to exactly this, exactly that, because that doesn't mean you always know the skills. That does not mean you can adapt quickly. That does not mean you know HR. And so I want you guys to kind of use this video to give you the energy to keep moving. Like I told y'all already, I look at other LinkedIn profiles and I follow people that have already achieved what I want to achieve in my career. And I really watch not only their experience, but I watch what they post, and that gives me energy to say, I can do it too. So I hope we're getting that out of Sonia's promotion. The last takeaway I want to make sure you know is that all the videos I told you guys is in the description box. Don't miss them. Like, they're full of gems. I had such a great time talking with these ladies. We really dropped some gems. So get your notebook ready, get your pen ready. If you all digital, then get your iPad, get your phone, whatever you need to do, because the amount of knowledge and information you're going to get from those lives is going to be wild. And y'all will see, if you look at the live chat, these are questions other people are asking. So you're not the only one in that predicament, my friend. Now, I will say that this information I didn't get from myself. I actually got it from Instagram, y'all, from Black Millionaire's page on Instagram. So I'll pop that up here so you guys can see it. And let me tell you, like I tell you, my algorithm knows me. And if it doesn't know me, I make it know me, because I don't want to see just shade room all the time. I want to see stuff that's going to help me. And that came up in my Instagram feeds. And so another thing is that I did do a video on being Black in corporate America. I'm sure Sonia went through some headaches to get to the top of her career. I promise you she did. If she didn't, then I don't know who she is. I did a video on some of my headaches as growing my career as a Black female in corporate America. It's difficult. You go through some challenges. You go through some times where you don't think things are going to work out. You go through some times where you really wonder if this is for you, if you know what you're doing. I mean, imposter syndrome is at its highest most days. Like, to this day, I still have imposter syndrome on different things. And so I hope that you guys can use that video to help you as well, because that video was me being a better transparent. It's very open up to, like, you know, some of my headaches. So you might want to check it out. But if this is your first time here, welcome. I hope that you found this video helpful. I hope that you decide to subscribe and like continue to see what your girl bringing out, because, you know, we only bring the goodness out here with HR. For those of you who are returning, I appreciate you, and I cannot wait to see all of y'all on the next video.
Thank you.